Bad idea to train back, buys, or chest. You get brainwashed to stop eating food and buy supplements. Healthy eating and exercise is the only thing that matters. Do sets of 100 reps help with vascularity? Does it make sense to incorporate them from time to time?
Make sure you got the good amount of protein, good protein in there to retain the muscle, and get some kind of carbohydrates in there. Lose the fats, because the fats ain't going to help us at this point. We are week 5, if I'm correct. Is that right, Mo? We're around week 5 for the summer shred. For everybody that started it just last week, stay on point. We're going to keep doing the check-ins. Don't worry about that. We're not changing nothing. But for everybody that started the check-ins and the summer shred, when we launched it, you're about week 5. So we're going to really up this. So on this, do me a favor. I asked a couple weeks ago about who's open to carb depletion, carb cycling, fasting, anything like that. Please let me know, whoever is and wants to do that. Boom. I'm faster than Jeffrey today. Look at that. Oh, I got it. No?
No,
You're getting before me?
Always 100%. I always get it.
But I had to jump back on. I know I was on an hour ago, but I'm jumping back on because somebody asked something or made a statement. Leave it to a car guy to use a car for a metaphor. Dude, tire imbalance. He went there. So calories is not calories. We already established that. You're intelligent enough to know that. Different calories work different ways. They burn in different ways. So you guys got to stop this concept that if you're eating 3,000 calories and your macros is 40, 40, 20, and you go, you know what? I'm going to carb deplete. But you keep the calories the same and you switch it up and you drop your carbs down to 10, but then you bring up your fats to 40. It's like, wait a minute, I'm confused. It doesn't work that way. I love the idea that they want to sell you on that. I don't know why that would be. I don't know why that's beneficial for somebody to sell you a book going, hey, eat this way, eat tons of fats. It's great. If you're off season, you guys know that I believe in healthy fats. Make sure you're eating your carbohydrates. You guys know that. I'm the guy that says eat your carbohydrates, where everybody else is saying stop eating carbs. Okay, so now that we've established this, when you're dieting, be smart about this. If you're really dieting down, don't sit there and try to pull in something that's not going to benefit the muscularity and the body fat burning. That's it. At that point, you're focused. You spent 9 months putting on this muscle and you put some fat on during that time. Okay, we understand that. That happens. But now that you're going to go down, retain as much muscle as you possibly can and just get rid of those fats that's on your body. That's the ultimate goal here. And you're going to do that with a deficit. We understand that. And we're going to do that with, at points, different deficits because your body's going to adapt to it and plateau. And so we got to stay ahead of it. So when I say to all you Titans that check in, we're in this, lose the fats. That's what I'm saying with, I guess, Jordan Pearson, tongue in cheek. What I'm saying is make sure you got the good amount of protein, good protein in there to retain the muscle and get some kind of carbohydrates in there. Lose the fats because the fats ain't going to help us at this point. All right. The whole concept of when you're in that kind of a diet, and remember, I'm training you guys to get ready for Mr. Olympia. I don't care what you are and what your business is. And if you're a CPA, I'm training you to get ready for Mr. Olympia because I think you're all Mr. Olympias and Miss Olympias. That's what I'm training you for. I'm not training for you to be average. I'm training for you to be the very best you possibly can and the greatest that's out there. Because I want you guys walking around going, I did this at 30, 40, 50, 60. I don't care how old you are. That's what I want for you guys. All right?
Bad idea to train back, buys, or chest. Okay, is it bad to train back and buys or chest and tries in the same day?
Now, the power program is what I started with, and that's just basically a push-pull program. And it's probably one of the best programs I ever did. And especially for you beginners, it's a great program for you guys to do. The thing is, there's such an intelligence to that plan. By hitting the first one, the compound movement, heavy, hard, and then feeling the secondary stuffs. And the same thing for the tricep and biceps. And it's a lot less sets than what people do today. You know, so it's that whole 3 sets. You hit biceps and you're maybe hitting 6 to 8 sets in total. where I know today, what's the average? Like 12, 15, 20 sets. So yeah, it's a great one.
People get brainwashed to stop eating food and buy supplements. Healthy eating and exercise is the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing brainwashed about me wanting to fix my fucking joints.
Yeah, I get what you're saying and why you're saying it, but that's not.
It's not right.
You're a little hyped up. I just say, yeah, I understand that point, but
We
no,
can
food,
all agree food is.
yeah, we all agree that food is number one.
all-
Exercise is secondary, but supplementation nowadays
Dude,
is also secondary, that where you do need it.
But it's also-
Joint support, all that kind of stuff.
2022. I need to use
Yeah.
every advantage I can find.
Yeah.
Joint support, collagen, fish oil, all that good stuff. Arginine, like, give it to me.
What he's saying is people are getting brainwashed to not eat food.
I know that's what he's saying, and I'm saying he's a little hyped, and I understand why he's saying what he's saying, because we hear this all the time that, oh, you don't need food, you don't need this, you just take your supplementations and all this. But it is 2022, and the supplementation is incredible. Food is there's no argument that food is number one. That's just, and it's not even just number one. It is 50% of number one. It is, everything else makes up 10%. The supplementation, the sleep, the exercise, food is everything. But I understand what you're saying, buddy. But yeah, there's just too many good supplementation now.
This guy did his very first show, and it's now 1 week post show.
Awesome.
You recommend adding 200 to 300 calories every week and getting back to maintenance.
I'd go 2 weeks. I wouldn't go 1 week. I'd always go 2 week periods, because the 1 week it kind of just shocks the body. All right, you're giving me that food, and there's a delayed overspill. So after a show, you look incredible, and no matter what you eat after the show, you look incredible, and you're like, oh my gosh, my body's utilizing this food, and so there's that delay of spillover. Just like you're getting ready for a show and you delay that spillover and you get on the show and you don't look good. Same thing happens after. So after a show, your body is burning so fast that you can take in these calories. And the problem is you keep looking really, really good the more you eat. And you're like, so then my body's okay. And then the problem is by the time you realize it's not okay, it's already past that point and you've already spilt over and it's gone the complete opposite way. And then within a week, you lose all those cuts. And that progress you made. So I would take 2 weeks at a time, regardless of how hungry you are. Just take your time coming back, adding that. And I'd go 200, 300. I think 300 is good. So it's around, I would go like 50 grams. So that's your 300 is what I would do. And I'd try to do the carbohydrates because I'm assuming your protein is already up pretty good. And at this point, I will say add some fats in there if you want to do that at that point. All right, because your body's going to be more sensitive to the carbohydrates than relative to the fats, which is the complete opposite. Good questions, though, guys. Good job.
I was just reading that, actually.
Go for it.
You brought my carbs down 150 to 100, and you increased my protein and fats from 2 to 250, fats from 34 to 60. You increased my calories by 200, and the effort from 100 to 70%. And reduce my cardio. What does this mean? Was my body not cutting correctly?
So what that means is that we gave you changes. And the main thing is continued changes from your body plateauing. So that's what happened there. And it gives us range to continue, which is great that we got the protein up a little bit, get your body, keep that muscularity, and put a little bit more work in. Because at this point, we got to slice and dice and get you ripped. So you guys do understand that there's exercises that are athletic based, because weightlifting is something that athletes use. And then there's exercises that are made for, I guess you'd call it, someone that's just trying to create a physique. Okay, so that's a couple different things. That's a program right up. So if you see a guy that has great freaking traps and upper back and he's doing power cleans, he's probably an athlete. Or he's probably used it to be an athlete or was an athlete at some time. But if you're trying to build it in the sense of a bodybuilder, that would be, there's plenty of exercises. Now, again, I believe in doing everything, but there's plenty of exercises, mostly for upper back that are probably better for development.
Oh yeah, it's like, do you want to build good traps in the upper back? And should I do power cleans to achieve this? No.
No.
If I just happen to be doing power cleans, will it build my back and traps?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at an Olympic lifter. They have huge quads, huge traps.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, not ginormous shoulders, even though they're pressing. But their quads are ridiculous, which is great. But it also kind of shows you what the cleans do. An Olympic lifting clean, not a power clean. A power clean is more football, so you're going to get, again, great trap exercise. But again, it's athletic based. Yeah, you're going to find better exercise. But again, if you like doing them, have fun. Have fun doing it. Mary, you like the Pro Secrets? It's a tough program, huh? Mostly the way that I get that rep range going through the program. Starting out with the 12s, the 8s, down to the 8s after that. Set up really well. And glad. And you like the blitz? That means you are absolutely crazy. You're as crazy as I am.
Do you wear lifting shoes?
Yes. Yes, I do. I love lifting shoes. And I use them on other days too. I like the solidness of them.
Fucking sturdy.
Sturdy as can be. Okay, another question for you guys.
Do sets of 100 reps help with vascularity? Does it make sense to incorporate them from time to time?
No.
Why, Serge?
Why did anyone do 100 reps?
No, but stay on just his question.
Well, it's going to get you more vascular. This will be lean to be vascular.
Well, there you go. Say it again.
You can't expect to have like 40% body fat and then do 100 reps and be more vascular. It doesn't work that way.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, vascularity is a lean thing. It has nothing to do with your. It has nothing to do with your workouts. It has to do with your body fat and how lean you are. So 100 reps is just going to tank you, complete fatigue you, and did you even get the full workout in? So, yeah, those are two different worlds right there, my friend.
I started lifting again over 2 years. I'm doing sumo snatch grip, hands near the collar, deadlifts 5x5. I think this helps me make lighter weight heavier by increasing the range of motion. Thoughts on this?
Snatch grip.
So he's doing sumos like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he's holding.
He's doing sumos wide with his hands wide.
All the way out because it makes the.
I have no idea. I
heavier.
couldn't even speak on this. I mean, obviously, but you could just replace the weights with 35s instead of 45s, and you got more range of motion. So I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't understand the pressure of the snatch grip for range of motion. If you like it, Captain, and you got range of motion, you like it, stay with it, man. Have fun with that. For me, I'd come up with something different for myself. But you got both wide. You got your feet wide. You got your hands wide.
I don't always like both wide, but if you want some more range,
Just put 25s on.
Yeah.
I've done that for a hamstring tie-in for getting ready for a show. I do sumos with 25-pound plates instead of 45-pound plates. There's range of motion. I don't know what the stress would be on the snatch grip. Yeah, so
it feels like it makes you round your lower back on purpose.
I'm just trying to figure out where his hands are compared to where his shins are.
Yes. How to get around it?
How do you get around because your hands and feet are both out wide? I'd like to see that. Will you post a video of that? Send us a video of that. Understand when you're getting sliced and diced, there's a point where you got to give up something. All right?
Yeah, who needs a brain?
So, I mean, yeah, and it's a for short period of time. You're doing the train for 12 weeks, and it's only the last 4 to 6 weeks that you really go a little loopy.
Like temporary.
So yeah, no.
Caffeine helps a lot.
Yeah, it does. Anything else, Jeffrey?